Welcome to the English segment. My name's Siagumpa Gift. And I'm going to be running you through all the English lessons that we'll be discussing here. And it's meant for nothing but you, our students out there. And therefore today we're going to look at a very special lesson called Quality Composition Writing. Quality Composition Writing. As a student, you must know that for you to come up with a quality, something called a quality composition, you need to bear in mind that there are steps to follow. And so I'm going to discuss with you just 4, not 10, 4 points so that they must highlight and give you proper sentiments on how you handle something we call a composition exercise. And before I go any further, I would like to tell you that in this lesson, there are so many types of compositions. There is what we call a narrative composition. There is what we call a discursive composition. There is what we call a descriptive composition. There is also what we call an argumentative composition. And maybe to add up another one, there's what we call an expository composition. And so as a learner, you should know all the types of compositions. Today, I've specified you look at a narrative. And for those of you who might have an idea on argumentative compositions, it's high time you researched on them. Because in most cases, our students out there just know how to argue verbally. But how then do you argue on paper? Alright, so today's lesson is based on a narrative. And we've deliberately entitled it Quality Composition Writing. Why quality? You see, whatever you put on paper, especially something meant for the examiner, it must be of quality. And when you look at this word, what does it mean? It simply means something durable, something of value. Therefore, your composition should be that contains value. It must be worthwhile when you put it before an examiner. Now look at this. The steps considered when writing a composition. Steps considered when writing a composition. All right. First things first. Step number 1, you have to think. Think. Question. How then should you think? I remember reading something somewhere, and this author said, if you have ever done something in life, and you've tried to think about it, and then your head did not crack, then you were not thinking at all. But in this session, we are not trying to make your heads crack for you to come up with what is required. No. We are going to give you very simple sentences that when you apply them, then your men dry. And this is something very simple. And should I also say that when you are handling such kind of an exercise, you should always know that this is one of the simplest things you've done, or rather you can ever do in English. We understand there are those misconceptions that you get from fellow students. They'll tell you, hey, English is a very difficult subject. Not at all. Ask yourself, why have others recorded distinctions in English? Simply means that you can also register a distinction. And so, let's get back. You have to think. How then should you think? This is exactly how you should do the thinking. Look at this terminology. Deductive. Rational. Deep. Oof. Your thought must be that which is so deductive. It must be rational. It must be deep.